Hey familia, Miranda here, and in today's video I do have some pickups to share with you guys. So I went to a library sale yesterday and of course I scored again. Then I do also have some pickups from Goodwill as well as one item from Dollar Tree. So let's go on ahead and see what all I got. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and start with Dollar Tree. I did only pick up one item. The Dollar Trees in my area, they just really haven't gotten anything new in for quite some time. But I did stop at a location that I hadn't been to in a while, and I found this title here, American Skin. Actually, since this one came out, I've been pretty curious about it. It sounds pretty good. Basically, have this veteran father. He gets pulled over and gets into an altercation with the officer, and his unarmed son is fatally shot. The officer is not charged, and so it's basically him taking matters into his own hands. So it seems like a pretty good movie, and I'm pretty sure this is only available on DVD as of now. But definitely looking forward to checking this one out. So pretty nice with the slip and everything. So we got American Skin. All right, so moving on to Goodwill, I did hit up two locations. First location I went to, they actually had a fair amount of Blu-rays, which was kind of surprising because normally in my area, the Goodwills don't have a very big selection of Blu-rays. But you know what? I found one title out of all the Blu-rays they had that I did not have in the collection. Literally everything else I have in the collection. So I was surprised that I even found one title. Everything else is going to be DVDs and stuff. The Blu-ray that I got, it's probably going to be dumb and cheesy, but I got it because it looks like a fun little family flick, and it's Middle School, The Worst Years of My Life. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, just fun for the family, I guess. So I went ahead and got that. Then I did go ahead and snag the Apple Dumpling Gang. I do have Rides Again, so I figured I would go ahead and pick this one up just so that I have it. This next one here, I kind of remember hearing about this film, and I don't know, I picked up because it kind of reminds me of like a Disney Channel original or like a Nickelodeon original or whatever. But it's this film here called Alice Upside Down. Obviously you have the girl here who's in Cheaper by the Dozen, and then Alex Rabiel, who is in the Halloween Town movies. So that's kind of the main reason why I got it, because of the two of them. I don't really know anything about this. I don't know if it's gonna be any good, but hey, I got it. Maybe the girls will want to watch it with me. We'll see. All right, so next up is this film here called Abigail. This one just looked kind of like a fun little adventure fantasy type flick, so I wanted to go ahead and check it out. It does have a Blu-ray available, but it was actually kind of a little bit on the pricey side, so I just decided to go ahead and pick up the DVD here, and if I like it, you can find the Blu-ray for, you know, like a decent price, then I will upgrade and whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and check this one out. Another one that seems just like a fun little like family flick. All right, so I do have some Snapper goodness, you guys. So I am set on collecting all of the Mary-Kate and Ashley films that I can, and the majority of them are available in Snappers. So that is exciting. But yeah, so I've kind of been trying to track some down, but surprisingly, I found a couple. And so I did find Switching Goals, which I don't remember if I've even seen this one. I think this might be one that I never got around to seeing, but I loved Mary-Kate and Ashley, like all their films and stuff growing up. And so I figured it's time to start collecting them. So we do have Switching Goals here. And then I do have Passport to Paris. I do remember watching this one. I do have a couple others that you'll be seeing in a later haul. But then there's still others I need to see about getting, like Our Lips Are Sealed, Billboard Dad, which I think is actually out of print if I'm not mistaken. But I'm happy to have at least these two so far in the collection, so I will keep searching for the rest of them. And then Message in the Bottle. I thought I had this one, but I guess I didn't. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen this one, so definitely looking forward to revisiting. Next up is a film that I've never seen before, and I know it has a Blu-ray release, but of course, you know, it's Snapper. I wasn't going to pass it up. And I've heard great things on this, and that is Action Jackson. And then I did go ahead and pick up a Walk to Remember, just because, you know, Snapper, I knew it was available and stuff. So I know it does have a Blu-ray release, but too, it's not one that has dropped down in price yet. So we'll see if it does eventually. All right, so moving on to the library sale pickups, you guys. So one of the libraries that I go to, well, actually it was the first time that I went to the sale, was back in, I think it was either March or April. And I ended up getting everything for $1 a piece, which in my area is completely awesome. Like, you really cannot beat that price. But it's only because the lady, I guess, at checkout, she kind of mixed things up. Technically at this location, the Blu-rays are supposed to be $2 and DVDs are supposed to be $1. but that time she ended up giving me everything for $1 a piece. And well, I'm pretty sure she was the same lady that checked me out this time. So again, I got everything for $1 a piece, which is awesome. I do have some Blu-rays, couple of DVDs, and then some Snapper goodness. Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and see what all I got. So starting with the Blu-rays, I did pick up The Duchess. This one, it really wasn't on my radar, but I mean, Keira Knightley, heck yeah. And it has to do with Georgiana Spencer, the Duchess of Devonshire. So it's basically, I guess, kind of like about her life and stuff like that. So I don't know, it seemed interesting. And I want to say that all the Blu-rays that I actually got, in general, they actually have some pretty decent like ratings on like Rotten Tomatoes, like above 50. So I mean, you know, I just had to go ahead and get them and stuff. So next up we have Killing Kennedy, which is obviously, you know, about his assassination, like the events leading up to it and stuff like that. So figured I'd go ahead and check that one out. Next up, we have Clive Owen and Naomi Watts in The International. Kind of remember hearing about this one, but never did look much into it or, you know, bother checking it out. So I figured I'd go ahead, snag this, and give it a watch. Next up, we got some John Wayne in The Searchers. And actually, you guys, this film you will be seeing again in another haul, but not necessarily on this format. But yeah, so The Searchers and their Western for the collection. Obviously, I've never seen it. I don't think I've ever seen a John Wayne film. So, but always adding Westerns to the collection. Then I pulled the trigger and finally picked up Australia. I kind of just always passed this one by for whatever reason, just never really had any interest in it, and I don't know, I guess I just didn't read enough into the film or whatever, but yeah, I mean, it has to do with like, you know, World War II stuff around that time or whatever, so I mean, yeah, it kind of caught my interest, so I figured, why not? Then we got this one here. I just really got this for James Franco, and it's this film called Shadows and Lies. This one basically has to do with him falling for some gangster's girl or whatever. Obviously is threatened and is, you know, forced to flee the city. He's in exile for some time and returns, I guess, to save the girl from, you know, all the danger and stuff that's around her from, you know, obviously like gangster life and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be any good, but go ahead and check it out. This one, I was happy to cross off my wish list. And that is this film here called Begin Again. Excellent cast. I mean, you got Mark Ruffalo, Haley Steinfeld's in here, Keira Knightley. So yeah, Catherine Keener's also in here. But it's definitely one that I've been curious about for some time. So I was very, very happy to come across this one. All right, next up, we have this film here, another John Wayne, another Western. Also stars Henry Fonda, Shirley Temple, and Pedro Armendáriz, which I know who that is because he's pretty popular in, you know, like Mexican cinema. But it is this film here called Fort Apache. So again, another Western for the collection, just adding them in as I find them. Then we do have here, the last Blu-ray is The 100-Foot Journey. I've always been curious about this one, so looking forward to checking it out. All right, next title I have here, we're getting into the DVDs. So I did come across this film that stars Elijah Wood and Rachel Lee Cook, and that is The Bumblebee Flies Anyway. This one really caught my interest. It definitely seems kind of like a heartwarming, emotional type film. Basically, Elijah Wood's character, he wakes up in this care facility. He's not sure how he got there. He supposedly has amnesia or something like that. So he's basically trying to like retrace his steps to figure out how he got there, but along the way he finds friendship, he finds love and stuff like that. So it definitely seems like a pretty beautiful film. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. And then I did go ahead and just get this for the heck of it because I wanted a standalone copy, you guys. And that is Borat, and it is actually factory sealed. I have this on a double feature, but it's the one that has like just a little tiny images and then like the rest of the cover is just like blank or whatever, and so I just really wanted a standalone copy here. I wish the second one would get a physical release, which, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, or maybe I'm just nuts or something, but I remember shortly after the second film came out, I remember seeing like a few people haul a physical copy that was coming from Walmart, and I don't know if it was just a limited run or what the heck, but I swear I remember this, and I passed on it because at the time I think the DVD was going for like 18, 20 bucks, and I just wasn't looking to pay for that. So yeah, maybe I'm just crazy, but yeah, I wish that the second one would get an actual like physical release. So, but let me know, you guys, if you remember that, or yeah, like I said, maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. All right, getting into the snappers, you guys. So I did find The Prince and the Pauper. This one is from 1937. I've never seen this version. Obviously, I've only seen like cartoon versions of The Prince and the Pauper or whatever, you know, the Barbie version and stuff like that. So I'm actually pretty curious to check this one out. Should be fun. Then I did go ahead and pick up Chasing Liberty. I really like this film. I think it's super cute. Kind of little, I guess, rom-com, if you will. So we got that one. Next up, we have a war film here, and that is The Big Red One. And this one is from 1980, it looks like. So curious to check that one out. Then I did go ahead and pick up Presumed Innocent, which this one I don't recall seeing, so definitely have to check that one out. And then last but not least, the last item that I got is this film here called Gigi. And this one, from what I read on the back, it seems like a pretty fun flick. Probably gonna have some good comedy, you know, kind of rom-com type thing going on here. But yeah, it's from 1958. So those are all of my pickups, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing what I got. Let me know if you guys have seen any of these films and your thoughts on them. And of course, any of the ones that I haven't seen, let me know which ones I definitely need to, you know, move up the watch list. So that is it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Join the family if you have not, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.